New tonight, a closer look at what's going into our waterways. We first told you about how landfill liquid from Broome County is sent to Endicott, where it's treated and dumped into the Susquehanna River. A private company is also permitted to treat landfill liquid and release it into the river, but it's not just local wastewater it treats. The company takes waste from much larger regions far away from here that no one else wants. And then some of it comes to Endicott, and that has people concerned. Tonight, we're digging deeper.
Corporations are going to do what they want to do, and the public and the residents be damned.
Endicott resident Rick White is concerned operations at I3 Electronics are putting our area at risk of even more contamination. I3 has held a permit to discharge treated liquid landfill wastewater, or leachate, since 2014. Leachate contains harmful contaminants, which is why companies like I3 treat it before it's discharged into the Susquehanna River.
It's primarily ammonia and organic content and metals.
I3 accepts landfill liquid from the Seneca Meadows landfill. And we made the nearly 2-hour trek to Seneca Falls to get more answers.
We're the largest landfill.
That's in the entire state.
It has to go somewhere.
While Broome County's landfill only accepts local waste. This massive landfill doesn't just take garbage from New York. It's taking in waste from other states, even Canada. And then some of the leachate from Seneca Meadows makes its way to Endicott. But it's not just wastewater from the active part of the landfill we have to worry about. Part of the property was contaminated with hazardous waste. The government calls it a Superfund site, and the one at Seneca Meadows is still being cleaned up.
The leachate that we pull out of it is actually lower strength than the leachate that's in the operating landfill.
So leachate is pulled out of the Superfund site as well?
Yes.
And is that mixed with the other leachate, or does that go somewhere else?
No, it's all mixed with all the other stuff.
Meaning those contaminants are in the same landfill liquid that goes to I3. And once treated, it all flows into the Susquehanna River and never stops.
Our manufacturing process is continuous, so the discharge is continuous.
I3 Environmental Programs Manager Paul Speranza says the company's operations don't pose any risk to the public.
Is there ever any concern with the trucks, spilling or anything like that? Any dangers in that sense?
No, it's really, we haven't had any issues with that.
Well, there haven't been any reported spills while transporting the leachate. There have been other concerns.
When a company decides to bring in dangerous landfill waste in liquid form and process it, and then they have a spill, and New York State doesn't yank the permit, this is what makes people very angry.
The Department of Environmental Conservation confirmed to us that back in 2013, the facility's operator at the time, Endicott Interconnect Technologies, which was taken over by I3 later that year, did indeed spill landfill wastewater at its facility that came from Seneca Meadows.
There was a lot of gallons of awful stuff, and it smelled to high heaven. It smelled like sewage.
The DEC says the leachate was quickly cleaned up, and I3 has since modified operations. A year later, I3 was given a permit by the DEC to treat and discharge landfill leachate.
I think that's about the time that I realized this is not going to stop.
White says he's tried to get answers from the company at town meetings, but still feels left in the dark.
The residents are very frustrated. There's no doubt about it.
We reached back out to I3 in regards to this spill. Speranza said he was referring specifically to trucking concerns, adding, quote, since I3 Electronics began operations on the campus in November 2013, there have been no such problems. DEC is referring to the prior company, Endicott Interconnect Technologies, leak from a storage tank nozzle in February of 2013. It was immediately reported to the New York State DEC spill hotline, and immediate corrective actions were taken to contain and clean up the leak. The DEC says I3 is operating within state standards with all proper permits.